having a good time? Yeah. The sun even came out. Thanks, Mom. Betty and I select songs. We steal them off of tapes.
Carl told me to slap you if you talk too much.
This is an old Simon and Garfunkel song. Are we in the same place? Thank you. Ready? Okay. Resting in my arms again. June, she'll change her tune. In restless walk, she'll prowl the night. July, she will fly and give no warning to her flight. August, I must. The autumn winds blow chilly and cold. September, I remember. A love once new has now grown old. No folk meeting is complete without a long, bloody, gruesome ballad. This is called the Texas Rangers, and we learned it, stole it from the singing of Ian and Sylvia. And every song is a story, and this is actually an anti-war story. And we wondered about what it would be like if the story were told from the other side. But this is this side. That's mine. You got yours? Ready? Come, all you Texas Rangers, wherever you may be, I'll tell you of some troubles that happened unto me. My name is nothing extra, so that I will not tell. And here's to all you Rangers, I'm sure I wish you well. 'Twas at the age of 17 I joined that jolly band. We marched from San Antonio down to the Rio Grande. Our captain, he informed us, perhaps he thought it right. Before we reach the station, boys, we'll surely have to fight. And when the bugle sounded, our captain captain gave command. To arms, he shouted, and by your horses stand. I saw the smoke ascending, it seemed to reach the sky. And then the thought it struck me, my time had come to die. I saw the Indians coming, I heard them give a yell. My feelings at that moment, no human tongue can tell. I saw their glittering lances, their arrows round me flew, and all my strength it left me, and all my courage too. We fought for 9 hours fully before the strife was o'er. The likes of dead and wounded I'd never seen before. And when the sun was rising and the Indians they had fled, we loaded up our rifles and counted up our dead. And when the strife was ended, our noble captain slain, the sun was shining brightly across the bloody plain. 16 of the bravest rangers that ever roamed the West were buried by their comrades with arrows in their chest. And now my song is ended, I guess I've sung enough. The life of any ranger, you see, is very tough. So if you have a mother that don't want you to roam, I tell you by experience, you better stay at home.
The next person we have is a younger person who's going to come up and play the piano. His name is John Paul, and he's going to do a couple tunes for you. I'll let him tell you what he's going to do. Let's make him welcome.
Thank you. My first tune is called The Merry Farmer, and it's by Schumann. My second tune is another one by Schumann, and this one is called The Wild Horseman.
the next, we have actually two people coming up right now. First will be Kathy. If anyone was here this afternoon and took part in the auto harp workshop, everyone said she did a good job. She's come. Kathy Wheeler will be up. I say Kathy Whelan. Kathy Whelan will be up to do a tune, and she'll call Lisa Gottlieb Kennard up. Did I say the name right? Good. That's good. And I think they'll do a tune together. So let's make them welcome. Kathy's from Ann Arbor, and Lisa is from Lansing. So.
Up a little. I don't use microphones very often. They always make me nervous. Bang into them, you get this auto harp, and you sort of gotta be careful. And I do a tune called Coney Island Washboard. Coney Island Washboard, she could play. She played it on the boardwalk every day. There were some thuds on the ground, bubbles all around. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, in her little tub. Any tune she found, dimples on her fingers with noise. As she pounded out the laundry for the boys, she could drag a tune right through the knees of a brand new pair of BVDs. Coney Island Washboard Roundelay. Coney Island Washboard, she could play. She played it on the boardwalk every day. There were soap on the ground, bubbles all around. Rub-a-dub-a-dub in her little cup. Any tune she found, oh, dimples on her fingers made the noise. She pounded out the laundry for the boys. She could drag a tune right through the knees of a brand new pair of BVDs. Coney Island Washboard, Coney Island Washboard, Coney Island Washboard Roundelay. We know young men are bold and free. Beware, oh, take care. They'll tell you that they love you, but they're lying, you see. Beware, oh, take care. Beware, young ladies, they're fooling you. Trust them not, they're fooling you. Beware, young ladies, they're fooling you. Beware, oh, take care. They smoke, they chew, they wear fine shoes. Beware, oh, take care. And in their pockets is a bottle of booze. Beware, oh, take care. Beware, young ladies, they're fooling you. Trust them not, they're fooling you. Beware, young ladies, they're fooling you. Beware, oh, take care. Around their necks they wear a guard. Beware, oh, take care. And in their pocket is a deck of cards. Beware, oh, take care. Beware, young ladies, they're fooling you. Trust them not, they're fooling you. Beware, young ladies, they're fooling you. Beware, oh, take care. They put their hands up to their hearts, they sigh. Oh, they sigh. They swear they love no one but you. They lie, oh, they lie. Beware, young ladies, they're fooling you. Trust them not, they're fooling you. Beware, young ladies, they're fooling you.
wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, Dixieland, in Dixieland where I was born. Early on one frosty morning, look away, Dixieland. Then I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray. In Dixieland I'll take my stand to live and die in Dixie. Away down south in Dixie, away down south in Dixie.
That was really pretty. Are you guys, Kathy, are you guys members of other societies, clubs, similar to this one? No? Once a month in Ann Arbor, is that? Okay. People are interested. See Kathy before she gets out of here. Next guys we got up for you for entertainment are going to do a couple of tunes. Jerry Stevens and, are you going to do one or two? One, okay. Jerry Stevens and Warren McDonald. Let's make them out. Welcome.
She had to be home with her daughter today. That's an inside joke. I have to explain that all the time. Yes. This is a song for dancers, for singers, and for pickers. It's a song, well, the tune was originally written by Jay Younger, but they captured it for the Civil War PBS special. And since then, a young songwriter by the name of Brian McGregor has written words to this tune and has given Jay Younger the claim back to his song again. It's entitled Ashokan Farewell. And for this song, just kind of sit back and believe you're not in Michigan. You're in a sunshiny place. It's a summer camp, a dance camp. And you're saying goodbye to the friends, the new relationships that you've made during the week. My name is Jerry Stevens. This is Warren McDonald. Warren's fairly new to Paint Creek, but ask him later about his family's music heritage. It's unbelievable. The sun is sinking low in the sky above Ashokan. The pines and the willows know soon we will part. There's a whisper in the wind of promises unspoken, and a love that will always remain in my heart. My thoughts will return to the sound of your laughter, the magic of moving and song, and the time we remember long ever after, the moonlight and music and dancing are gone. Will we climb the hills once more? Will we walk the woods together? Will I feel you holding me close once again? Will every song we've sung stay with us forever? Will you hold me in my dreams or my arms until then?
good. Think about those notes way up the neck on the fiddle and hitting them right. Okay, the guy with the dulcimer things in his mouth here. He's not going to sing though. He's going to play with his mouth actually. This is Stan Pierce. Stan Pierce has been a dulcimer player in these parts for a long time. He needs some help putting this. Who's going to help him? Okay, over here by you. Okay, we'll just go. We put those things on rollers or something. I mean, Stan Pierce actually was one of the founders of the Thornapple Valley Dulcimer Club in about 1984, and he's been a member of the original dulcimer players, just ODPC of Michigan, for how long? Forever, right? Since 1981, but yes, that's a long time. Anyway, Judi Morningstar, who will accompany just about anybody on the piano. I didn't, no. I meant, that's right. That's exactly what Glenn said. And so here, she's not going to do that again. I can just see that. So make him welcome. He's going to do a couple dulcimer tunes for you.
We didn't have much time to rehearse this thing. These are songs. I'm going to play a couple songs that I wrote here a few years ago. The one is named after my tape that I've got out, and it's called Songs Along the Thornapple. No, it isn't either. That's the name of the tape. The song is the Thornapple Jig. This next song is it's a waltz. I named it after my brother Bud Pierce. A lot of you people have played music with Bud, and over the years up at Everton, around that area. So maybe this will bring back memories of it.
Judi says I got to go back to doing banjo jokes again, so I'm going to have to think of some. For those of you who've been here before, you know about the banjo jokes, yes. Say what? I beg your pardon? What's the definition of an optimist? What is the...
Banjo player with a pager.
Ah. Okay. That's good. Anybody write that down? The next people that we have for you are a father-daughter duet. And let's see, they have the same music out, so we're going to get the same tune. This is Jim and Beth Tate. What tune are you going to do, Beth? Oh, okay, good. Let's make them welcome. And now, for our enjoyment at the May Playday concert, we have an unprecedented act. We have George Tate. George Tate over at the side. See, everybody look to the side. You got to kind of look that way. This is an actual magic show, and I'll leave it to George to tell you what he's going to do.
Okay, well, my dad's banning the music over there, so I'm going to have some music. And as he said, I'm going to do magic. I'm not going to play any music. He's going to play the music on a tape recorder. And before I get started, the best way to drive your chiropractor nuts is to do this. It was a joke. Right here I have two little tubes here. Inside these tubes I have a bunny rabbit and another bunny rabbit. Now, this is Hippity and this is Hop. Hippity and Hop like to switch places. And you know which house is theirs by the colors on the tubes. If you want to get them to switch places, you put this tube over here and this tube over here. And you can tell which one is in which side because they have the colors on each side. Now watch. Okay, let's try this again. We'll do it one more time. Left bunny here and right bunny name. And of course you can tell which is a which because they're the same colors. I heard that. You think that you want me to turn them around, right? Right? The other way? Oh, you mean this way? The third dimension. You want to see the back of the car? Yeah. You caught me red-handed. For my last and final trick, the worst part of my show. A Chinese box with a silver ring through it. You can use it. Your second ran out about 2 minutes ago. Tell somebody else. How about a chiropractor? Okay, another way to drive your chiropractor. Never mind. This is Beatrix. Say hello, Beatrix. Hello, Beatrix. Thank you.
Nice job, Dave. Okay, Paul. Now we have the test. See, we have the sound man actually going to come up and play dulcimer for you, so we're going to see if he can actually make him sound good here, right? We can do this, right? Set your own mics. This is Paul Goltz. We've known him through the years at different dulcimer festivals, different places. He's been a friend to Roughwater and Paint Creek people for over those years, and he's from the Chicago area. So let's make him welcome. turn myself on? Sorry. It's in the genes somewhere, I think. Even when I'm not trying. Ooh. Hope I'm not going to blow you out. See, I have this new dulcimer. And it's a lot louder than my old one. So I kind of don't know my own strength at the moment. Every time I visit Michigan, I kind of feel compelled to play Illinois tunes. And, I've got a couple. Some of you may know this first one, and I think a lot more of you know the second one, although you may not all know that it's an Illinois tune. The first one is called The Rush and the Pepper, and I have no idea what that means. I thought it was a Missouri tune because I learned it from Kathy Barton, but it's apparently an Illinois tune. I guess I should apologize for my dour expression when I play. It takes a different part of my brain to play and everything else shuts off. So, in case you're wondering why dulcimer players scowl all the time, they don't need to. Let's see. I got my choices. I'm gonna do an Illinois polka. I was going to do. I'll mention this so that you know that it's another Illinois tune. I was going to do Nail That Catfish to a Tree, which a lot of people know, yeah. Written by a guy in Chicago named Steve Rosen, who plays with the Vola Bogtrotters, and they play old-timey music. I have no idea. Yeah, I think it's how you skin them. I don't like catfish myself. Anyway, I have no idea what he would think when you heard a bunch of dulcimer players playing his tune, but it sure has spread far and wide. But I'm going to play an older tune called John Short's Tune. And this is an Illinois tune, and a friend of mine has a picture of John Short. Good job, Paul. We are going to take just a few minute break during which we're going to set up the Rough Water String Band, which takes a little bit more setting up than Paul can handle in a couple minutes. And this is just going to be a short break during which people, if you can, and you have some utensils or bowls on the back table, if you could put them to the side where you can find them so somebody can take down the tables. The things that aren't picked up are going to be put in the kitchen because it'll be assumed that they're something we borrowed from the church. The second thing is that we do have some drink, I think the lemonade, iced tea, some coffee things there. Once Rough Water starts playing, that stuff will be shut down. So if you want something to drink, get it right now. But this won't be a very long break, so please come back soon. Thank you. Lemonade seems to be up.
Thank you very much. I want to remind you of the big sing tomorrow at the Morningstar Farmhouse and the ice cream social from 11 to 2. There are maps in the back on the table to show you how to get there. A button gets you in, so hang on to those buttons.
Your button and a continental finger food to pass.
Yeah, so come on out and sing and eat. So thank you very much, everybody.
And there's still plenty of hug coupons back there for the Folk Alliance and Utah Phillips in case you need a hug before you go home tonight. Everyone can use a hug. Aunt Lou gets them all the time.
So are all these mics on? Paul says they're all on. I have the pleasure of introducing a group that I'm in, and that's kind of neat. This is a group I've played with and had the pleasure of being friends with for, is this 17 years? 17 plus? Is that what we say? Something like that, long time. Okay, so we're just about ready. And Glenn will tell you more about us or whatever he wants to say. But we're the Old Michigan Rough Water String Band.
We were formed out of Paint Creek Folklore Society in 1978. And at that time, there was a couple of folks playing dance music in the area. And we said we ought to get together and provide regular dance music from two groups, really, plus some folks who were just getting into dance music. Simple Gifts was a group that had started going out into the community when Paint Creek was first started and grew the membership from 16 members to about 50. And Buffalo Nickel was another band at the time. It was Bob Hubbuck, Al Smitley, and John Carter. And we combined those two and invited more. We had a band of 15 to start with, and that ended up to be 13. And since then we've been together, since 1978, September. So here's a little something we like to do, old Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys. Here's something from one of his old albums about 1937. Next time I came to be in the state of
So Glenn, in that tune, the words that Bob Wills first sang were, "I trade my horse and dog for you," and you changed that to home for some reason. Is there some?
I made him change it.
Side by side.
They have.
Of course, that song had many titles over the years. Let's go down to the rock pile, honey. We'll get a little bolder. Used to be.
And for the roundhouse, Martha, they can't corner you there.
My baby locked me in the trunk and left me in despair.
We have our Ohio contingent here, too.
Is that two or one? They provided the jokes.
Yeah. These are Buckeye jokes.
Let me quickly introduce the band if I could. Don Hayes on spoons and Jan Pavlanak on piano. Judi Morningstar on dulcimer. Tom Radcliffe back here on tenor banjo. Don McCoy on the guitar. Carl Visconti on that banjo mandolin. Glenn Morningstar. We're part of the old Michigan Roughwater String Band. Glad to be here with you.
Just be hot. Okay. Next person I have up for you is actually going to be Vicki Appleton, who's going to sing a few tunes for you. Let's make her welcome.
Yes. Oh, I don't mind if they break them, just as long as they don't throw them. This first song I'm going to do is called Bonnie Young Lad. It's a Scottish song, so there are a couple of words I thought I'd explain. before I start it. There's the custom for courting in the olden days was, they didn't have movies to go to, things like that. So the young man would come over and visit, and the young woman would cook for him. And they would get to know each other this way, and sometimes there was a little doubt as to whether a fellow was really interested in the girl or whether he just liked getting dinner repeatedly, especially if she was a good cook. And this song, I guess, deals with a young man whose motives were suspect. And there's a line where she says, I took him in into the bring, and the bring is the kitchen. I gave him bread and ale to drink, but ne'er a brune eye would he blink until his wane was who his wane is his stomach. And actually, I think there's a coat called a wainscot, which covers a person's stomach, and that's where that comes from. Now the chorus to this, and guess what? I'd like you to sing along on it, goes like this. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, a brisk young man, and a braw young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, come seeking me too. So I'll sing you a line and sing it back to me. Ah, but he was a bonny young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, a brisk young man, a brisk young man, and a braw young man, and a braw young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, come seeking me too. Come seeking me too. You sound great. It comes around enough times, I'm sure you'll catch on to it. Oh, there come a young man to my daddy's door, my daddy's door, my daddy's door. There come a young man to my daddy's door, come seeking me too. And but he was a bonny young man, a brisk young man, and a braw young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, come seeking me too. I took him in into the bring, I gave him bread and ale to drink, but ne'er a brune eye would he blink until his wane was full. And but he was a bonny young man, a brisk young man, and a braw young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, come seeking me too. There lay a brune dog before the door, before the door, before the door. There lay a brune dog before the door, and there he tripped and fell. And but he was a bonny young man, a brisk young man, and a braw young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, come seeking me too. Then out come the old man and high did he shout, and out come the old wife and long did she lout, and all 12 neighbors gathered about, and there he lay, it's true. And but he was a bonny young man, a brisk young man, and a braw young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, come seeking me too. Then out come I with a sneer and a smile, and I said, young man, you have us beguiled. You came here to woo, now you're all defiled, and we'll have no more of you. And but he was a bonny young man, a brisk young man, and a braw young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, come seeking me too. Once more. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, a brisk young man, and a braw young man. Ah, but he was a bonny young man, come seeking me too. You sounded great on that, and there was some wonderful harmony going on. So your reward is that on the next song, you get to sing even more. Some people know this one already. It's called Climb Up the Ladder, and it's a wonderful sing along, especially with a large room full of people. You can just raise the rafters. And the chorus goes like this. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder? Somebody tell me that this can be done. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder and reach for the very next rung? So again, I'll sing a line and then you sing it back to me. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder? Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder? Somebody tell me that this can be done. Somebody tell me that this can be done. First line again. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder and reach for the very next rung. And reach for the very next rung. Let's put it together. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder? Somebody tell me that this can be done. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder and reach for the very next rung? Sounds good. Now, the other part is a sort of a call and response. And I'll sing a line, and your part will then be, and you go, reach for the very next rung. Let me hear that. Reach for the very next rung. Okay. And then there will be a bit at the end, after I do a couple of verses. I'm going to ask you to sing that chorus by yourself. Just keep going. And I'm going to take off and go someplace else with it. And it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's start off with the chorus a couple of times. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder? Somebody tell me that this can be done. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder and reach for the very next rung? Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder? Somebody tell me that this can be done. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder and reach for the very next rung? Well, what can you do when you're stuck in the middle? Reach for the very next rung. Well, my life is confused and it feels like a riddle. Reach for the very next rung. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder? Somebody tell me that this can be done. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder and reach for the very next rung? Well, I can't look up 'cause I'm scared where I'm going. Reach for the very next rung. And I can't look back, it's a hard fear of falling. Reach for the very next rung. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder? Somebody tell me that this can be done. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder and reach for the very... Now, keep going. Well, and my hands are shaking, and my heels are quaking as I reach for the very next rung. If I could steer my shaky crawling past my feet, I'm falling, I could hear the voices calling me to reach for the very next rung. Oh, won't you help me climb up the ladder?
color red. Next person we have come up, Larry Kaufman's going to do a tune for you. This is one of those tunes that you have to listen to very carefully because, is this a parody? Of course it's a parody. Okay. Larry, come on up. Let's make him walk. You just need to get the microphone right here. I'm sorry, Robert Kaufman, are you going to come up and play note for him or the whole thing?
I'm just going to say no.
Okay, good.
Judi, you know, you said you would play for almost anybody.
That's right, it's in the book.
It's in my favorite. I have my own favorite.
Well, Carl said I had to do something funny tonight, so I racked my brains to come up with something. Funny. And I had trouble coming up with repertoire, thinking something funny. But I realized that I hadn't done anything by left field for you since I've been here, so I thought I'd do something by left field. Left field is a group made up of two couples, one who lives in Pennsylvania, the other lives in Staten Island, New York. So where they find time to practice is somewhat difficult. But they're on the slightly zany side. They do beautiful four-part harmonies, and they do things like randomly opening book of Emily Dickinson poetry and doing it to the Yellow Rose of Texas. And they've done they've done the evacuation procedures from a New York subway car to the tune of Guantanamera. And randomly selected things. This is one of their timeless classics because no matter what happens in the Middle East, things still seem to always come up. So this is one of their period pieces, which I think is still current. And since it's a Broadway tune, so I thought it was appropriate since we had a Broadway workshop this morning. Okay. How do you solve a problem like Gaddafi? How do you make this madman go away? How do you find a way to tell Gaddafi he's getting a little bit bolder every day? Time and again he gets away with murder. Somebody ought to make him understand he isn't so very tough. We've taken it long enough, and maybe Iraq's a pile of sand. So how do you solve a problem like Gaddafi? How did we let this one get out of hand? How do you solve a problem like Gaddafi? How do you make the colonel feel the heat? What do we do to neutralize Muammar? How do we take this maniac off the street? Rubbing his nose and spreading revolution. Really, it makes you want to smack his face. So let's get off the spot and stage a coup d'etat. It's time to undermine his power base. And how do you solve a problem like Gaddafi? How do we put this Arab in his place? And how do you spell his name so we can spell it all the same? Do you file it with a Q or with a K? And how do you solve a problem like Gaddafi? How do we make this raghead go away? Thanks, Larry. The next performer we have for you tonight is performed at Paint Creek Comfy Concerts and part of Tin Whistles. His name is Dan House. Let's make him welcome.
I'm an old man, so they give me lots of assistance. And they let me sit down. And I wanted the yellow one. Oh. Mother's Day is in a week. So we're going to do a couple of tunes for all you mothers, I guess. I'm speaking. A couple of years ago, I was camping in UT, and we finished up a week of primitive camping with a stop at Tequamanet Falls in the Lower Falls, and had the occasion to go for a walk in the woods with a naturalist. But as we did that, it was sort of raining. There were only 2 or 3 people involved in this. We came across a female snapping turtle that had decided it was time to lay her eggs. And she had dragged herself about 40 feet out of the river in the sandbank and up about a 20 to 30 degree incline, and dug herself a nice nest and started to lay these eggs as we came upon her. And it was really a very special moment in a lot of ways. It was very quiet, and she was oblivious to us. We were actually able to get practically as close as I am to these microphones to her. And we sat there for about a half an hour and watched her lay maybe probably about 30 eggs. And we left her. When we came back later, she'd filled in the nest. And I don't know, it was sort of a special moment. And I wrote a song about it. It's called Turtle Moon. Now, those of you who are wondering, what does this have to do with Mother's Day? Well, I can work anything into Mother's Day. But the real reason is, in Native American culture, the snapping turtle is actually a very strong totem and is known as Mother of the Earth or the Earth Mother. And in their creation stories, very often the turtle is said to rise up out of the sea, and the 13 segments to the shell actually represent the 13 tribes. So that's how it fits into Mother's Day. It's a Mother's Day tune, and it's called Turtle Moon. Time to switch. This is a little more lyrical, probably a little more fitting of Mother's Day, for those of you who don't have a mother who is a reptile. This tune I just arranged this week, which is sort of unusual because I've known it for years, and the reason I'm playing it is it was one of my mother's favorites. The tune's Danny Boy, and there's a family story of why I became named Dan. Was my mother was very Irish, and her name was Morrissey, and her mother's maiden name was McManus. So the mother's side of the family is very Irish, and her father's name was George. And George didn't like being named after dead English kings. So he took to calling himself Danny and wandering around the house, I guess humming Danny Boy. So when I was born, it was sort of a given conclusion that there had to be a Dan in the family. So this is Danny Boy. As soon as I make sure it's in tune.
Hello out there? Yes, this one's on. The next group that is moving up right now and will provide a bit of a nightmare for Paul here as he looks around and says, what do I do next? I don't know what to do. Anyway, this is a group called Polygon. It's made up of several Paint Creek members. Looks like we have a helper here. Phil and Althea Doolittle, who've been presidents of Paint Creek for a few years. Dan Rogers, Rick Jones, and Andy Mather. Let's make them welcome.
It doesn't sound like it to me. Well, we invited a fifth person up for this particular number. Andy joined us when we did this song on the CD that Paint Creek is putting out, and he's going to play harmonica with us on this one. This is Down the Road, and it's a song by Bill Staines.
I could just turn around and take out half the band. I mean, Althea could get the other half. 2/3 with a bass neck.
Are we on here? Bill Staines is one of a lot of Paint Creek's favorite songwriters, and we just picked this nice, simple Bill Staines tune and started playing it. Discovered, oh my gosh, we're playing bluegrass.
Which we didn't plan on doing at the beginning.
So you ready? Okay.
I do believe that there will be waiting for me somewhere down the road another song that's worth the singing, that's worth the singing somewhere down the road, down the road, down the road, another song worth singing down the road. If the way seems long and slow, just remember when you go, there's a song worth singing down the road. I do believe that there will be waiting for me somewhere down the road another friend that's worth the knowing, it's worth the knowing somewhere down the road, down the road, down the road, another friend worth knowing down the road. If the way seems long and slow, just remember when you go, there's a friend worth knowing down the road. I do believe that there will be waiting for me somewhere down the road another day that's worth the living, it's worth the living somewhere down the road, down the road, down the road, another day worth living down the road. If the way seems long and slow, just remember when you go, there's a day worth living down the road, down the road, down the road, another day worth living down the road. If the way seems long and slow, just remember when you go, there's a day worth living down the road. If the way seems long and slow, just remember when you go, there's a day worth living down the road.
Thank you, Andy.
We just gave the sound man nuts. He's coming out with another microphone for the mandolin, and the next song is a cappella. Althea, tell me a little about this song.
Well, we first saw a group by the name of Artisan at a festival in Owen Sound, Ontario, a year and a half ago. And the male person, there's this trio, and the male in the group wrote this song. We fell in love with the group, and I loved the song, and since then I've gotten going myself. So the name of the song is Going Nowhere, and I sometimes feel like I'm going nowhere, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, I need a note.
You need an F sharp there.
Thank you. Going nowhere, nowhere.
treadmill and I've lost control. Seems there's one direction and it's all uphill. Though I keep on walking, I'm just standing still.
And I am going nowhere, nowhere at all. Walking a treadmill and I've lost control. Seems there's one direction and it's all uphill. Though I keep on walking, I'm just standing still.
Morning has broken, smashed its way into my head. There's a resurrected body lying moaning in my bed.
And I need intensive care before I face another day. And it's time to hit the treadmill, but I'll soon be on my way.
And I am
going nowhere, nowhere at all. Walking a treadmill and I've lost control. Seems there's one direction and it's all uphill. Though I keep on walking, I'm just standing still.
I keep searching for direction or a light to guide me on, but my mind is full of mirrors showing only what is gone.
All my futures are behind me, that's the future of this place. As I step onto the treadmill and I run the treadmill race, and I am going nowhere, nowhere at all. Walking a treadmill and I've lost control. Seems there's one direction and it's all uphill. Though I keep on walking, I'm just standing still.
And I don't know if I'm winning, though I know I'm running fast. On a carousel that's spinning, I just watch the world fly past.
And the exits are all bolted, someone's thrown away the key. And the treadmill started turning, but I'll soon be on my knees.
And I am
going nowhere, nowhere at all. Walking a treadmill and I've lost control. Seems there's one direction and it's all uphill. Though I keep on walking, I'm just standing still.
So just follow my example, keep on running with the pack. When you hit the treadmill, there'll be no turning back.
Keep your nose glued to the grindstone, earn your pay, cause nothing's free. And you can walk the treadmill, or you can be like me, and you'll be going nowhere, nowhere at all. Walking a treadmill and I've lost control. Seems there's one direction and it's all uphill. Though I keep on walking, I'm just standing still.
Yes, I am
going nowhere, nowhere at all. Walking a treadmill and I've lost control. Seems there's one direction and it's all uphill. Though I keep on walking, I'm just standing still.
Yellow, he says yellow is hot. I need the lower one too. We're gonna auto harp coming up. Next person coming up, his name is Chuck Schott. He's from Romeo, and he's gonna play a couple tunes on the auto harp for us. Let's make him walk.
I was here once before, 12 years ago. I vanished into a time warp since then, but it's really good to be back. I'd like to sing a Ralph Stanley song for you, first of all. I got a letter from my father recently, and he's a healthy old man, but he's a real old man. I mean, he was born when the First World War was warming up. So he's starting to think about his final party and how he would like his heading out to be. And I suspect that all of us think about that every now and then, and probably we all hope that there's a lot of good music at the end, and that's what this song is about. And I'd like to teach you the chorus, and split up the men and the women a little bit on the chorus. The women start, I won, and then the men go, I won, and then everybody goes, do, and then the women go, we'll sing, and the men go, we'll sing for me. When I come to cross that silent sea, tell me who will sing for me. wonder who will sing for me when I come to cross that silent sea. Tell me, who will sing for me? Try it. Women start. I wonder who will sing for me when I come to cross that silent sea. Tell me who will sing for me. Oft I sing for my friends when death's cold for my sea. But when I reach my journey's end, tell me who will sing for me. I wonder who will sing for me when I come to cross that silent sea. Tell me who will sing for me. And when friends have gathered round to pay respects to me, will they turn and walk away, or will they sing their songs for me? I wonder who will sing for me when I come to cross that silent sea. Tell me who will sing for me. So I'll sing until the end, and faithful strive to be, ever hoping there'll be friends who will sing their songs for me. I wonder who will sing for me when I come to cross that silent sea. Tell me who will sing for me. Tell me who will sing for me. Oh my, you sing good. Second Bill's theme song of the evening. Death and love, two great themes in folk music, and time for the love song. Your part goes. And we danced all night to the fiddle and a banjo. Their drifting tunes seem to fill the air. So long ago, but I still remember how we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. I've taken the liberty of adding a verse to this song. I hope that Bill doesn't mind if he ever hears about it, which you probably won't. But oh, the night was clear, and the stars were shining, and the moon come up, so quiet in the sky. All the people gathered round, and the band started playing. I can hear them now, doing Coming Through the Rye. You were dressed in blue, and you looked so lovely, such a pretty flower of a small town girl. And when you took my hand and we stepped to the music with just a single smile, you became my world. And we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. The drifting tunes seemed to fill the air so long ago, but I still remember how we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. Then we courted well, and we courted dearly, rocking there for hours on your front porch chairs. And when a year had gone by from the day that I met you, we pledged our vows at the Roseville Fair. And we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. The drifting tunes seemed to fill the air so long ago. I still remember how we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. Now it's been years that we've been married, but I love you now even more than then. And every fall we return together to the Roseville Fair. And once again we dance all night to the fiddle and the banjo. The drifting tunes seem to fill the air so long ago, but I still remember how we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. So here's a song for all of the lovers, and here's a tune that they can share. May you dance all night to the fiddle and the banjo, the way we did at the Roseville Fair so long ago at the Roseville Fair.
The next people we have to come up and entertain you, Denise Marie Stein is coming up with Gil Simon. He's going to accompany her on guitar. He's going to do a tune for you. Let's make her welcome.
Singing book, but the words are different than I learned them, and I like the book. I love having a book where everyone can find songs that gives them ideas, and everyone can sing along and see what they're doing. But it's kind of annoying when someone says you're singing it wrong, because I said it's a folk song, you can't sing it wrong. So before I totally lost the words of the song, and I even had a hard time tonight trying to remember all of them, so I wrote them down so I don't forget the way that I learned it originally. So I'm going to sing I Know Where I'm Going. I know where I'm going, and I know who's going with me. I know who I love, and I wish 'twere he I'd marry. Feather beds are soft, and handled brooms are bonny, but I will leave them all to marry my own Johnny. I'll have stockings of silk and shoes of fine gray leather, combs to buckle my hair, and a hat with high plume feather. All of these are fine, yes, all are fair and bonny, but none can make me glad like my handsome, winsome Johnny. Some say he's a rogue, but I say he's bonny. Fairest of them all is my handsome, winsome Johnny. I know where I'm going, and I know who's going with me. I know who I love, and I wish 'twere he I'd marry.
Is this one hot? Yes, it is. Okay, we have a few more acts to go, and then at the end, we're all going to sing This Land Is Your Land together, so that's why I didn't want you to sing it at the beginning. That was, we have now Rick Jones, Andy Mather, and let's see, Keith McClary? Okay, McClary. Let's make them welcome.
This act was a duo until before the concert started. When we were practicing in the hall, Keith just walked up and started singing lovely harmony. I thought, well, how do you beat that?
So you think someone else? Okay. And when I see the signs that points one way, the light I used to pass by every day, just walk away, Renee. You won't see me following you back home. These empty sidewalks on my block are not the same. You're not to blame. Your name and mine inside a heart on the wall. Still find a way to move me, though they're so small. Just walk away, Renee. You won't see me following you back home. These empty sidewalks on my block are not the same. You're not to blame. down inside these tears are forced to hide. From deep inside these tears are forced to cry. Don't walk away, Renee, you won't see me following you back home. Now as the rain beats down upon my weary eyes, for me to cry, don't walk away, Renee, you won't see me following you. Now empty sidewalks on my block are not the same. You're not through.
Okay. Okay, this is a song I wrote. This is about 5 generations of my family and an old 8N Ford tractor that's carried us all around. You ready?
Much as all right.
It's an hour from the city to the place where Grandma lives. Big white house that hides among the trees. And out back beyond the hen house stands a weather-beaten barn that holds a tractor and a world of memories. When I was just a baby, Grandpa led me through the open doorway, climbed aboard and set me on his knee. And he set that engine rumbling and we rambled down the lane, my grandpa on his tractor with me. Grandpa, won't you take me on the tractor? Can we go just once more down the lane? I need to feel your arms around me as we bounce across the clay, past the rock pile to the woods and back again. That comes up a whole bunch, so join in.
Please sing along in harmony.
I remember sunny weekends that I spent out at the farm, digging in the garden by his side. I knew that when the work was finished and the tools were in the barn, he'd back the tractor out and take me for a ride. It wasn't long before I came with children of my own, and whenever we would visit for the day, they'd sit patiently through dinner, then they'd tug at Grandpa's hand, and as they ran out to the barn, I'd hear them say, Grandpa, won't you take me on the tractor? Can we go just once more down the lane? I need to feel your arms around me as we bounce across the clay, past the rock pile to the woods and back again. One bright September morning came the word that he was born, gathered all together at the farm. While my uncles, aunts, and cousins whispered quietly inside, I stood in musty silence in the barn. The day we laid him down, I stood before the congregation, told them of the love still left inside, how his life had been a full one. It was time for him to go, but what I wouldn't give for one more tractor ride. Grandpa, won't you take me on the tractor? Can we go just once more down the lane? I need to feel your arms around me as we bounce across the clay, past sea. I'm gonna put my arms around him and we'll ramble down the lane on Grandpa's tractor, my little grandson and me. Now I understand the song about the circle that will forever be unbroken by and by. I know that things can never be again the way they were before, and I can't wait
to begin. Hip, hip, relax, we're gathering facts before we go blundering in. I'm sorry your basement's afloat, and to get to your furnace, you've chartered a boat. We're right with you, buddy, if you can hang in. A study's about to begin. Here's your part. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we have at least one person that knows this part. So if you don't get it from me, you can get it from Vicky. So now you gotta try that with me, okay? Yeah, 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 yeah. We gotta do two things to fix this. The first thing we gotta do is you gotta do it with a bit of an attitude. So if you could pretend like you're from the East Coast or Ann Arbor or something and just... The next thing we gotta do is we gotta do just a bit of the head sway. Now, if you could, your left and my right, we're gonna start in that direction, okay? Somebody back there has it. She goes to a lot of aerobics, I can tell that's okay. This is how it goes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Can you swing the camera? They're not gonna believe how stupid this looks. Let's try it again. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's good. Acid rain had been killing the trees on my land. So I wrote to my congressman, please take a stand. He cabled me back saying, help is at hand. Guess what? A study's about to begin. Hip hip Peru if the funding comes through. A study's about to begin. Hip hip hooray by next April or May. That is if the Democrats win. I'm rushing this study thing through. While there's trees left for paper to print up a few, there's only so much a mere mortal can do. A study's about to begin. You can do it with me now. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's good. The lawn, said my wife, you should mow it today. But in my mind I said, forget it, no way. A recent experience has taught me to say, a study's about to begin. Hip hip hooray for that magical phrase. A study's about to begin. Hip hip the grass is up to my knees. And still I am stroking my chin. For a problem takes time to come clear. And a good study drags on year after year. In the meanwhile the problem might just disappear. A study's about to begin. I could mow it today, but what would it pay? I could sit back for 6 weeks and then sell it for hay, or just wait for winter, it'll all go away. A study's about to begin. Your last chance. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like this. Yeah, 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 yeah. A study's about to begin. Thank you. Coming up with his band. Banjos don't bounce as well as guitars, actually. Somebody told me once why they used to make banjos out of wood, and then they started putting more and more metal on them, so they could burn longer. This is one of the old men of Paint Creek, a guy that's been here as long as anyone, and was president of Paint Creek a couple times at least, and historian most of the time, and a driving force behind Paint Creek Folklore Society. Let's make Glenn Morningstar welcome.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you very much. Well, pleasure to be here with you all. A special hand for Paul Goltz, who's been handling the sound all evening tonight. Did you all enjoy the maypole dance today? Did you enjoy that dance? After the concert, we have something nearly as spectacular. We get to unwind the maypole, so stick around and grab a streamer and complete with music. There used to be a group that came to Paint Creek Folklore Society and made play day for years, and they came from Ohio, the Dayton area, Franklin and Middletown. Ed Simpkins and Debbie Kopp and Ralph Kanko. They had a special song that they did with a fella in their hand. Jim Dog. And the chorus goes like this: every time I go to town. Sing that with me. Every time I go to town, the boys go to kicking my dog around. The boys go to kicking my dog around. Makes no difference if he's a hound. Makes no difference if he's a hound. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. Let's try it again all together. Every time I go to town, the boys go to kicking my dog around. Makes no difference if he's a hound. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. Now me and Lem Briggs and old Bill Brown took a load of corn to town. My old Jim Dog, ornery old cuss, he just naturally followed us. Every time I go to town, the boys go to kicking my dog around. It makes no difference if he's a hound. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. As we drove past Johnston's store, a parcel of yaps came out the door. Jim, he scooted behind the box. Well, all them fellers is a rolling rocks. Every time I go to town, the boys go to kicking my dog around. Makes no difference if he's a hound. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. They tied a can to old Jim's tail and run him past the county jail. That just naturally made us sore. Lamb, he cussed, and Bill, he swore. Every time I go to town, the boys go to kicking my dog around. It makes no difference if he's a hound. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. Now me and Lem Briggs and old Bill Brown, we lost no time a getting down. We wiped them fellers on the ground for kicking my old dog Jim around. Every time I go to town, the boys go to kicking my dog around. Makes no difference if he's a hound. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. Now Jim seen his duty there and then. He lit into them gentlemen. He sure bust up the courthouse square with rags and meat and hide and hair. Every time I go to town, the boys go to kicking my dog around. It makes no difference if he's a hound. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. Every time I go to town, the boys go to kicking my dog around. It makes no difference if he's a hound. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. Every time I go to town, the boys go to kicking my dog around. It makes no difference if he's a hound. You gotta quit kicking my dog around. I always enjoy Alex Somerville and the work he does. And he collects banjos and things like that. This is a Canadian banjo here, founded in. How did you know what key I was going to? This is built at the turn of the century. Still got the original strings. Child ballad. There was an old man lived up on the hill. If he ain't moved away, he's living there still singing high. Diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. That's your part. Hi, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. The devil came up to the farmer one day. He said, one of your family I'm going to take away to singing high. Diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Please don't take my eldest son, there's work on the farm that's gotta be done. Singing high, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. But you can have my nagging wife, by golly, she's the curse of my life. Singing high, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. So he threw the old lady up over his back, went off to hell with clickety-clack, singing high, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. He come down the fork of the road saying, old lady, you're one devil of a road, singing high, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. He got her down to the gates of hell. He said, stoke up the fire, boys, we'll roast her well, singing high, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Come along, little devil, with a ball and a chain. She up with her slipper and knocked out his brain, singing high, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. 10 little devils come a-crawling up the wall, saying, take her back, Daddy, she'll murder us all. Hi, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Well, the farmer got up and he looked out a crack. He said, oh my God, he's bringing her back, singing high, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. Well, here's your wife, I hope she's well. If I'd have kept her any longer, she'd have ruined hell, singing high, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. This proves that the women are better than the men. They can go down to hell and come back again, singing high, diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I, day. It's been a treat to be with you all today. And I hope you've enjoyed today. Big hand for Judi Morningstar and for Cindy Simmons for putting this all together. Diddle-I, diddle-I, fine, diddle-I, diddle-I. Thank you, guys.
If we could get maybe some of the people who've been up can come up and help us sing This Land Is Your Land. Glenn Morningstar is going to lead us in this. You have a few volunteers to join us?
I need some help. All the folks that were up here earlier singing, come help me sing this. Bring your singing voices with you, and a guitar or two.
Singing voice?
Well, this was number 16. And one of the strengths of this Folklore Society is over the years that we can play off the things that are prevalent, folk songs, dancing, music. And here's a song that wraps it all together. It's called This Land Is Your Land, so help us sing this. A. Key of D for all of you that are singing in your favorite key.
again want to thank everybody for being here today. I think if some people got the racks for the chairs out, we could probably pick up these racks really fast if everybody picked up a chair. Then there wouldn't be like just a few people having to do it all. So, and there come the racks as we speak. So if you could pick up your chair and maybe another one and put them up. Thanks again for being here.
tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. Very good.
let's all thank Glenn and Judy for opening their house for such a special day.
Thanks especially to the folks who played and led things all day. Help set up.
And when we are ready to depart, please take your leftovers with you.
Now let's talk about how we're going to do this. Did you want us to maybe go through this little dog here? Mr. Dot P. Oh, wow. Don would appreciate knowing this. Maybe he does already, but he is in great company, of course, with that picture because Rose also professionally decorates cakes. Well, we'll set some extra tables up so folks can have a place to sit around. We can pull that big table back.
Now you can move and tell me. These are all pictures drawn by Rose.
Actually, what we should do is do a picture.
Pardon?
Have a subject and take a picture of a picture. Take your movie of doing
time lapse. Your name is
Rose Hale.
Rose Hale.
Rose Hale from Ionia, Michigan.
And there's Cindy. And Paul. And
who's this?
Don. And Stan. Very good. Thank you.
Your anchor, it's our sailing time. Put the sails upon her, all away your halyards, all away your halyards. It's our sailing time. Set her on her course now, all away your course sheets, all away your course sheets. It's our sailing